Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, we have some very big altcoin news, so make sure you watch and listen to the end. First, I want to let you know about the Federal Reserve continuing to embrace crypto. Just last week, they rolled back some Operation Choke Point 2.0 restrictions regarding banks being able to participate in crypto. So we are seeing the OCC, the Fed, the FDIC, and much more all capitulating. Well, today at the SALT conference, you had a Federal Reserve representative. Her name is Michelle Bowman. You may recognize that name. This is the first time that a Federal Reserve spokesperson or representative has attended a crypto-focused conference. How things have changed. Caitlin Long, founder and CEO of Custodia Bank, tweeted out a photo of Michelle Bowman speaking, and she said, "Pinch me. The Federal Reserve Vice Chairman for Supervision is making a speech supportive of tokenization and stablecoins, including facilitation of near real-time payments in my home state." So she's talking about Wyoming. "The leading state for crypto of Wyoming. Change is coming," says Bowman. Wow. Incredible statements, folks. This is why I am so bullish. This is such a huge opportunity for us getting in early with crypto, as now these government agencies and all these banks and much more are capitulating, and they're all lining up to support crypto in many different ways, including tokenization, stablecoins, and much more. Incredible stuff here, folks. And some other statements she made. Shout out to Nate Geraci. He summarized some of it. He said, "Comments from the Fed Governor Bowman on banks, regulators, and crypto. Change is coming. It is essential that banks and regulators are open to engaging in new technologies and departing from an overly cautious mindset." Man. This is just mind-blowing, but also to be expected, because as I've been telling you guys, this technology, blockchain technology, will be powering the governments, the economies, and markets. They're going to tokenize everything on the blockchain. Contracts are going to be powered by blockchain. Your payments are going to be powered by blockchain. And you're going to have instant settlement, atomic settlement, 24/7 markets, no more opening or closing bell, and truly global markets. So things are going to change drastically, guys. We are at a massive inflection point. A paradigm shift is taking place here. And I hope you recognize what's happening. It's not just the United States. It's every central bank, every government. Everybody's on board. And yes, you have your laggards that are going to take their time, and some of them might be, dragged come into this technology kicking and screaming, but they have to capitulate, because if they don't, if they try to ban or roadblock it, they will be writing their economic death sentence, because it's just like trying to block the internet and other major technologies that really impact the economy and how we do things. So the blockchain just sits on top of the internet. So imagine trying to block blockchains, right, and tokenization and stable coins and so forth. It's not going to end well for you. So guys, just incredible news here. Now, I shared this news on the live stream earlier today, but Tether has appointed Bo Hines, who's the ex-White House Crypto Council executive, as a strategic advisor for digital assets. So this is a big move for Tether. The Tether fudsters are still going to drum up whatever they can. I tweeted out today about it, like the different facts. Like Tether CEO was just at the White House Digital Asset Summit, where Trump acknowledged Paolo. Tether is backed by Howard Lutnick and Cantor Fitzgerald. Howard Lutnick is the Secretary of Commerce. So you see random guys on the internet say, "Oh, you see, they never show this and they never do this." And it's like, really? Are you looking at what's happening, or are you just repeating what people are saying versus the facts, right? So this is a big pickup for Tether and a smart move, as they are going to expand in the United States. So very bullish news here for Tether. And yes, I've been on record saying in the past now, I'm talking years ago, Tether was not in a good place. I don't believe they had all the reserves, but now they are in a better place. They have backing from Wall Street firms like Cantor Fitzgerald, as mentioned, Howard Lutnick, and all these guys. And they are pretty much copacetic now with people in the U.S. government. So if you want to continue spreading FUD, you can, but clearly history is not on your side here. So very big news for Tether. Moving ahead, So, folks, last week, Bullish did their IPO. Bullish is an institutional trading platform for crypto. They're not very well known, but they had a great and successful IPO. Well, we got some insights here that apparently a portion of the IPO proceeds were settled in Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. This is huge. Incredible. I didn't expect this, and really big for Ripple. They said this is the first public listing to bring the settlement process on chain and sets a precedent for how stablecoins can shape future listings. Wow, just amazing. Now, RLUSD was not the only stablecoin used. You also had Circle's USDC and Circle's Euro stablecoin, the EURC. So very big news. On multiple levels. One, that stablecoins were used in the IPO process. That's game changing. How times have changed, right? This is something unheard of. Second, these different stablecoins being used and probably to test the waters here. So just amazing stuff here, guys. I'm blown away by this news. So big news for XRP, Ripple, and Circle as well. Jack McDonald weighed in on this, saying RLUSD on the XRP ledger is only becoming more integrated in traditional finance rails, from its usage as good collateral to cross-border settlement, and now for the first time as IPO proceeds payment. Even before the Genius Act passed, RLUSD was repeatedly recognized across both crypto and TradFi as the gold standard in compliance, and now the floodgates are opening. Watch this space. Very, very bullish. Even Mesh, they are a payments network. I interviewed the founder, Bam Azizi, I think last year. They weighed in on Ripple's RLUSD being used, saying RLUSD's role in Bullish's IPO shows how stablecoins are becoming core financial infrastructure. Mesh extends that same power to commerce, with Ripple's RLUSD supported for customers to pay at checkout across our global network. So I hope to have their founder back on the podcast, but just amazing news here. And speaking of Ripple, they got some additional adoption news here. So Zeconomy, they're partnering with Ripple to use the digital commercial paper on the XRP ledger, creating instant compliant cross-border payments that unlock new opportunities for businesses worldwide. So more adoption of XRP, the XRP ledger. So this is very bullish if you're an XRP holder. And folks, a great place that you can buy XRP, Bitcoin, and other altcoins is on Uphold. Uphold is a platform I've been using since 2018. I've never had any issues with them. They're very trusted. They have 300 plus cryptocurrencies on their platform. They have 20 plus crypto assets that you can use for staking. So a lot of options here, and you can buy, sell, trade, of course, and stake. And folks, they are fully reserved. They don't commingle or lend out your crypto funds. You can review their transparency report. It's on the website. And they also have a great rewards program where you can earn up to 5.25% on stablecoins. And part of the rewards program, you get 24-hour early access to new tokens that they list. So the stablecoins they support include Ripple's RLUSD, you can earn up to 5% there, and USBC, where you can earn up to 5.25%. To participate in this rewards program, you simply have to open the app once per month, deposit $50 once per month, and trade $50 once per month. So pretty straightforward, easy stuff here. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold and all their great features, check out the link in the description. Now, folks, I shared a lot of Avalanche Avax news on the live stream this morning, but one that came out later today. And by the way, just a flurry of positive news and adoption news for Avalanche. And I hold the Avax token in my portfolio, by the way. I'm so glad I added it to my portfolio because look at this. They said, why did Toyota Blockchain Lab build its prototype for vehicle finance and mobility on Avalanche? Every other EVM chain equals one L1. Avalanche equals infinite L1s. So Toyota building on Avalanche. That is massive adoption news, folks. Just incredible. So Toyota Blockchain Lab, part of the Toyota Group, is exploring how on-chain systems can reshape vehicle financing, ownership, and services. This is the future, folks. This is what I was just mentioning earlier about blockchain tech being used in every part of society and the government and markets and economies. So very, very bullish. And Luigi Dionoro De Meo, who I had on the podcast maybe a couple months ago, He weighed in on this news saying, wow, the largest automaker in the world, Toyota, just released a detailed white paper about building a mobility orchestration network on Avalanche. So very bullish. And here's the other bullish news I shared on the live stream this morning. Japan's yen-backed stablecoin gets regulatory green light and is set to launch on Avalanche. So the JPYC received the approval, and this is amazing. A country is launching their stablecoin on the Avalanche blockchain. If you're an AVAX token holder, it should make you so bullish. On Sunday, I announced the news about this Japanese stablecoin approval, and I made the comments that, we don't know what the blockchain is, but keep an eye out. And here we got the news. So, those of you who are AVAX holders, I'm sure you are smiling. You have a big smile on your face right now because all of this will lead to higher prices. And then good news continues. Wyoming has issued the first state stablecoin, and it is called FRNT or Front. And guess where it's built on? Avalanche. That is huge. So expect more states to do the same. Not necessarily an Avalanche. We'll see who builds on which blockchains, but the first being launched in Avalanche is a huge win for Wyoming and the Avalanche blockchain, folks. And here's another example. Anthony Scaramucci's Skybridge, they're tokenizing hedge funds on the Avalanche blockchain, $300 million in RWAs. So, folks, I hope you see what's happening here, not just specifically for Avalanche and AVAX, that is the micro, but the macro is the adoption on multiple fronts. Car companies, states in the US, you got countries like Japan, you got hedge funds, right? Multiple industries and sectors and government as well, just building on blockchains. And again, if you're an AVAX token holder, you got a big smile on your face right now. Now look at this. Digital asset treasuries eclipse venture funding as companies raise $15 billion in 2025. That's incredible. They have outpaced venture capital funds, which usually are the ones raising tons of money. The crypto treasury companies are raising more money to buy crypto. That's amazing. Again, it's just amazing how things have changed. So traditional crypto startup VC rounds totaled just 856 deals in 2025 compared to the 1,933 in the same period last year. So digital asset treasury companies' investments have emerged as the dominant force in crypto capital allocation this year, with companies raising over $15 billion through August. According to data from the block, these publicly traded entities pivoted their corporate strategy to establish strategic digital asset reserves, typically purchasing and holding cryptocurrencies as treasury assets rather than traditional cash equivalents. Folks, I mean, it's crazy what's happening. I mean, obviously you got Michael Saylor, raising capital to buy Bitcoin. And then you got these Ethereum treasury companies raising tons of money. Of course, Sharplink Gaming, which is backed by Joe Lubin and the Ethereum Foundation. And you got Tom Lee's BitMine. So things are heating up here, folks, and it's exciting. And we still got the best part of the market to come, which is the parabolic move to the blow off top. So be patient. I know the prices right now are down, but it's a healthy pullback. Look at it on the charts, but everything is still intact for the bull market thesis. So this is the time to not look at your portfolio, walk away, go touch grass, go to the beach, as they would say. So just be patient. We're going to bottom out, I think, maybe in another week or so. And then I think the market's going to reverse and we're going to see a pump into September. I could be wrong, but based on the data and the charts, it's certainly looking that way. So folks, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. A great way you can support me in the podcast is by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It is 100% free. Link will be in the description. Also, check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. And check out my course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that teaches you every aspect of crypto. If you want to learn more, expand your knowledge, this is the course for you. So go to mycryptocourse.com. All the links will be in the description. Folks, thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.